Yeah, right now it is very warm. I'm only wearing a sweater because of the mosquitoes, to be quite honest. Right now the countdown clock has started counting on down to a 1:49 a.m. Central Time launch here at the Kennedy Space Center from pad 39A behind me. You can really just feel the excitement starting to build here because this launch has really been such a long time coming.
We're about ready to be a part of something that is truly historic.
American astronauts will be riding American rockets into space again, ending an 8-year drought. But instead of NASA doing the heavy lifting, the space agency is partnering with private companies SpaceX and Boeing in an initiative called the Commercial Crew Program.
We would not be here where we were today if we didn't have SpaceX's ingenuity. The Commercial Crew Program teams endeavor to try to do things a little bit different.
Liftoff.
This was America's last ride into space. The space shuttle was able to ferry 7 astronauts into orbit as well as a lot of cargo. Since it was retired in 2011, the U.S. had to hitch a ride on Russian rockets. And that dependence ends in 2019 when the SpaceX Falcon 9 carries a Dragon 2 capsule up to the International Space Station. It can carry up to 7 astronauts and about 100 pounds of cargo. It'll do it cheaper and allow more research to be done at the space station.
This is called a search coil magnetometer.
The University of Iowa has benefited from private companies and the International Space Station, most recently with the deployment of HaloSat. But future projects are already in the works, including a recent $1 million grant awarded to build space-based instruments that could study Earth's magnetic field.
Because you have all of this energy moving through the system, you can do things like you can disrupt the electrical grid and you can cause blackouts. You can create radiation, which can interfere with satellites that are trying to operate.
Now, the magnetic field research project being done at the University of Iowa called CANAVERAL can also help the humans that are going up aboard the crew capsule up here because it'll help them better understand the radiation that they'll be experiencing. Again, get ready to stay up late, 1:49 a.m. Central Time.
Thousands of people and members of the media descended upon the Florida Space Coast to watch a historic launch.
10, 9, 8.
The SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket came to life, breathing oxygen as it was fueled on the warm March morning.
1. Ignition. Liftoff.
Right on time, night turned to day as America's next ride to space took off, marking the first time a crew-capable vehicle launched from U.S. soil since 2011.
A big night for the United States of America, a great night for NASA. What today really represents is a new era in spaceflight. There you go.
SpaceX founder Elon Musk made a rare Kennedy Space Center press conference appearance early Saturday morning in which he accounted the hardships of SpaceX and how far they have come.
First 3 launches of Falcon 1 didn't work, and the 4th one we scraped together some parts, and if that one hadn't worked, that would have been it for us. I think it's important that we become a spacefaring civilization and be out there among the stars, and I think that's one of the things that makes people excited about the future. And we want the things that are in science fiction novels and movies not to be science fiction forever. We want them to be real one day.
The American astronauts, which will ride the next crewed SpaceX mission later this year, watched the launch on site and said they felt confident about the outcome of the launch and for their next big test.
Seeing a success like this definitely gives us a lot of confidence in the future, and like folks have described, really this is about predicting what the vehicle is going to do and then testing it and making sure that those two things match up.
We can confirm hard capture is complete.
The SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft successfully docked with the International Space Station early Sunday morning, another huge milestone for the mission. It will spend the next 5 days docked before coming back to Earth early Friday.
If the total mission is successful, we could see crewed spaceflight once again from U.S. soil as early as July. In Kennedy Space Center, I'm weather first meteorologist Stewart, CBS 2 News.